Mentor Program, Creating Connections. Humans used to spend much of their time outside, where direct experiences in nature were a part of daily life. People developed close connections with their environment, and knowledge of the natural world was necessary for survival. But by the dawn of the 21st century, we've lost touch with our natural roots and built indoor lifestyles that keep us separate and isolated from nature. This severed connection has costs to our own health and to that of the environment. But what if there are still people who live close to the earth and practice the old ways? And through blending ancient skills with modern science, they guide the children to reawaken their vital connections with nature, community, and themselves. This is the story of such a group that for over 25 years has led the way in creating transformative experiences in nature for children and adults. It is the vision of Wilderness Awareness School to reach out until there is a caring mentor in every neighborhood. Imagine the possibilities for our world if every child grew up having a personal relationship with nature. Will you join us on the path of becoming a gifted mentor and then return home to rebuild connections with the earth in your own community? If so, this will also be your story. The Earth Mentor Program is our 6-week intensive summer course for teachers and outdoor educators, college students, and anyone else who wishes to become a skilled outdoor instructor and meaningful mentor in the lives of children or other adults. The course provides you with primary training in the unique nature educational method that Wilderness Awareness School has been practicing and refining since 1983.
I'm John Young, and in 1983 I started Wilderness Awareness School. In 1984 I refounded Wilderness Awareness School with the help of Ingwe. The reason being is because this elder really knew what was going on, and I was just a young man. And for the last 20-something years I've been out there in the world trying to recreate the village that we all know, that we all understand. It's in our bodies, it's in our DNA. The way we learn as human beings, the way we relate to nature, and that's what I do. That's what I live for.
You know, this school is founded by somebody born in 1914 who lived the most amazing cinematic life you can possibly imagine, who has the most authentic wilderness experiences and the most dramatic wilderness experience you could possibly ever dream of. And this person co-founded our school and brought those philosophies to what we do. So when every little kid gets off the van at 2 or 3 o'clock at the end of the day at youth school or Roots and Wings, when you see the sparkle in their eye when they get off that van, you know, and after they've had a wonderful day out in the woods and they're just on fire and lit up, you know, when I look in those eyes, I see Ingwe's eyes, those leopard eyes, the eyes of the leopard.
At the week-long Art of Mentoring workshop, you will experience and learn numerous activities, games, and techniques for helping other people develop deep connections with nature.
One of my favorite times would have to be the Child's Passions Day, because we were full on just transformed into children with all sorts of different people from all over, but no matter where we came from and who we were before we got there, we were all in the same place, in the bushes, hiding and crawling around. It was very cool.
Participation in the Nature Skills Week-long gives you a basic introduction to each of the core wilderness skill sets of our curriculum. Enhance your nature awareness and observation skills in the field. Practice your wildlife tracking skills, including track and sign identification, aging, ecological tracking, and trailing. Develop your edible and medicinal plant identification abilities and learn to use wild plants for food and medicine. Practice fun and essential wilderness survival skills that will inspire your students, including shelter construction, fire making, and crafts for primitive outdoor living. Learn to recognize the different calls and alarms of the birds, and a whole new world of awareness opens up to you. Put your workshop learning to practice in the field and gain first-hand experience alongside a veteran lead instructor from our staff as you teach at our youth summer camps as an assistant instructor. Journeying into the wild backcountry of Idaho for a week-long wolf tracking expedition gives you a thorough grounding in tracking as an interpretive tool.
One of my favorite days was in Idaho when we were just driving through this beautiful meadow, and there were these cranes, and I've never seen cranes in the wild before, and it was just breathtakingly gorgeous. And then we saw it fly away, and it was just, it was just one of those gorgeous, magical moments.
Over the 6 weeks, I had an opportunity to revisit all the stages of my life, from being a child in the woods to making kind of like having my early adulthood ritual experience, to being in the place of the parent, to being a mentor, and then to end up where I actually am in my life as an elder. And there was something very profound in that whole experience.
You'll learn a lot on many different levels, and I know there's some things that are right in the forefront that I immediately know I learned this. And I also have a feeling and a sense that there are things lingering in the background that months, years, decades from now, I'll be like, oh, stuff will still be coming to the surface. So it's a very comprehensive and deep package that provides a lot of information and a lot of room for personal growth and growth in your community. So, I mean, it's definitely a power-packed program.
This once-in-a-lifetime adventure will send you home with stories to share from your own experiences for years to come. Come to Wilderness Awareness School. Enrich your life and the lives of those in your community by becoming an Earth Mentor. The children are waiting. Are you ready to guide them?
Oh, the comrades that e'er I've had are sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that e'er I've had would wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and I'll softly call good night, and joy be with you all. Good night.